What we gonna do right here is go back. Way back. Back into time.
Hey everybody, it's me, Shanna M. Scott with Shanna Scott Events, and I wanted to bring to you this evening briefly Eventiquette number 40, fingers or fork. Recently, I read one of my friend's Facebook posts that basically said that you should not eat chicken with a fork. Well, I disagree. We are in the South, and I do realize that now. Primarily in the South, fried chicken is eaten with your fingers. But there are some instances where you absolutely do need to use a fork, and that's usually if the chicken is baked, if it's roasted, if it's barbecued, or if it has some sort of sauce. You definitely want to use a fork. Messiness does become a factor whenever you're discerning whether or not you should use your fingers or a fork. Now, I'm not talking about instances if you're at a picnic or a barbecue. I'm talking about more instances where you're networking or at a business meeting in more formal cases. But usually in all cases, if you have roasted barbecue or baked chicken or chicken with some sort of sauce, you do want to use the fork. Now, in the instance of shrimp, whenever you use shrimp, if the shrimp comes with a dipping sauce, you want to use your fingers. Now, if the shrimp is tailless and it is part of the main entree, then you definitely want to use a fork in those instances. Now, in fast food restaurants, they're the hub of finger foods. So usually you're using your fingers at all times when you're in a fast food restaurant. But more upscale places, definitely you want to use a fork. And even with French fries, if French fries need to be dipped in your ranch or your ketchup or whatever sauce you have for French fries, of course, use your fingers. But if French fries do come with some sort of something that's on top of it, you want to use a fork. And here are just some instances where you use fingers versus your fork. The same with tacos. If the tacos are hard and crispy, you do want to use your fingers. But for soft tacos, sometimes you may want to use a fork. And so there are different instances. Same with pizza. Sometimes you definitely, if it comes to where it's lots of sauce and lots of meat or lots of whatever on there, you definitely want to use a fork. But this is Eventiquette number 40, fingers versus forks. And if by any chance you have any questions about fingers versus fork and which food needs to be eaten with which utensil in a formal setting, please give me a call, 843-455-0604. Thank you so much and have a great evening. And remember, fingers versus forks. You just never know. Bye-bye.